And Noah Haswell will have the news of the top and bottom of each hour. And now, here is the host of the show, Frank Sparks.
Light up the sky, let the whole town know we're counting down to the Beaver County Boom 250. Saturday, June 27th, the fireworks glow. Hear it live on Beaver County Radio. Let's go. From the river to the hills, feel the summer ignite. Neighbors, friends, and family under one big night. Celebrating 250 with the red, white, and blue show. It's the Beaver County Boom 250. Don't miss the glow.
What a way to get it all started. As Beaver County Boom 250 is coming up next Saturday, and joining me in studio this morning in hour number one is none other than Dr. George Zambelli, who will be shooting off the fireworks next Saturday night, along with Nate and Mark Kopsack from Push Beaver County. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Frank.
So we're looking forward to it. As you can see, it's going to be a blast. No pun intended, but I guess pun intended. So, Nate, you want to take us through a little bit what we can expect next Saturday night?
Oh, we're excited for to kick off the America 250 celebration for the county, and to do that we had to bring in a few more wrinkles and a few more things to the repertoire. So. With the help of, I'm going to name drop Dave Kramer from Monaca. I hope you're listening, Dave. But helping to get our PennDOT to close down the bridge for the fireworks so we can shoot display off of that. And there's some fun stuff coming off the bridge this year, which is a new wrinkle. I don't think we've seen a fireworks show. You can correct me if I'm wrong, George, if we've seen a fireworks show with a bridge in it since 1991. I know we did something like that in the mid-90s. But
is that when they put the new bridge, when they were celebrating a new bridge?
That was when the Gulf War was over.
Okay,
and
Gulf War.
And
okay.
So a lot of us I saw it from the Rochester Manor roof at the time. But we've got a few wrinkles. We're gonna go big and or go home. But you don't if you haven't seen this show, do not miss Beaver County Boom 250.
All right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun night. So there's a lot of different wrinkles involved. Not only as it's gone along, it's more and more communities are getting involved as well. Now I see Rochester's getting involved again this year. What are they doing, Mark?
Yeah, so they're kind of taking a drive-in movie theater type of approach. They're going to be offering some VIP parking for those people. There are people that are that aren't able to walk and aren't able to get out and kind of make the trek down to the riverfront. So what we thought and what they thought was going to be a good idea was to have just a parking lot, a smaller parking lot, but I think they can get about 200 cars in there, and they're excited to provide kind of a drive-in movie theater for those who just want to kind of watch the show from the car. They can tune into the radio station, hear the simulcast. You'll be able to be on the front row seat to the fireworks show. It's kind of a different take on it, but it's a new thing for this year, and we're excited that Rochester's involved.
So what other communities? Monaca's having their community day that day.
Monaca has been in from the beginning. Their community days is going to be jam-packed full of fun things going on. You can go on their Beaver Borough website and see what's happening there. Bridgewater is going to be just ground zero for all kinds of fun. And Tony Calturi and Travel and Tourism will be here tomorrow to talk all about that. New Brighton's doing a wine walk on Friday night. So the event really kicks off on Friday night in New Brighton. And New Brighton's been a supporter of Beaver County Boom for many, many years. And if you haven't been to that wine walk, you got to check it out. So lots of fun stuff going on. It's a whole weekend of fun. I think Sunday, Hanks is going to be
we're going to finish it off.
Going off with a car cruise on Sunday. So if you haven't had enough fun with fireworks, you get to go hang out at Frank's, see a car cruise, and wrap up the weekend with a whole bunch of fun. So
that's going to be a blast. So, Dr. Zambelli, so this year, America 250, what can we expect to see? Because being a home game, I know you always pull little things out of your pocket.
Well, it's going to be exciting. The whole Zambelli fireworks team has been working for several months in putting this together. Zach Tamanoshin, the choreographer, has put some special effects in the show. There'll be a lot of special surprises off the bridge, and it's going to be the largest fireworks show in the tri-state area, and it's going to kick off America 250 on the 27th. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be big, and you don't want to miss it.
That's awesome. So I know we've talked about this before. So when you got started in the fireworks business, how did you get started?
Me personally?
Yeah, because I know it's a pretty cool story I like to share all the time.
Back in the day, when you picked up the telephone, you got the operator. So
Right.
I was about 6 years old in my dad's office, and he'd write down a number, and I'd pick up the phone, talk to the operator, ask her to make this call. Then they'd call you back. The phone would ring, and I'd pick it up and run through. Back then, the little hotel that we owned, got my dad and got him to the phone. And then when I was about 12 years old, I went out the plant and I made firework frames of things like the American flag, a battleship, an airplane, so that the ground displays. They didn't let me in the fireworks production area until I was probably 15 or 16.
Smart move, huh?
Nowadays, they wouldn't let a child do that.
Right.
But back then, it was fun, and it's been a labor of love ever since.
That's awesome. What year was it? At one point, the company was publicly, and then you brought it back as a private entity. What year was that?
Well, my father passed away in 2003. In 2006, my sisters outvoted me 4-1 to sell the company, so I bought the company with 3 other friend investors. I owned 50% of the company. And then during COVID, naturally, we weren't doing much business. Interestingly, what Rochester is doing with the parking situation, there were displays that we did, and people would come to them and just basically sit in their car or, stand outside their car, and we'd do a fireworks show. So my partners decided, since we weren't naturally doing much business, that they wanted to get out of it. So I bought them out, and now it's back in the family. I think that was about 2022, April.
Yeah.
Time flies when you're having fun.
So when you're making a show like this, especially one of the biggest shows we're going to see over the 4th of July weekend, what goes into making that? Like, how does it go about, how do you come up with the different type of fireworks you're going to use and make those?
Well, we have thousands and thousands of different pyrotechnic effects spread out at our 200-acre facility in Newcastle. And Mark and Nate work with Zach to put together the music score. And once that's put together, Zach spends about an hour or 2 hours per minute to fine-tune and to choreograph, the crescendos, the decrescendos. And I'm not a music buff. I know Nate and Mark are. So you might not want me choreographing the show. But I do know the firework effects, so I communicate that to Zach, and he changes things around to, mirror my wishes. So
that's amazing, the planning that goes into it, and how long it takes to do everything. Like, even just for us, I have to have everything to him, well over a week ahead of time, just so he can put it in, so everything sounds good and everything comes together. So how do you mirror the music and the fireworks so that it all goes off at the same time, like it's supposed to?
He naturally is a software program, and when he's listening to the music and he's putting in the various effects where he wants them to unfold, the computer back times it. So a 6-inch shell may take 6 seconds to reach its high point. The computer will back time that, so the computer will fire the shell 6 seconds before it needs to go off. Some of the pyrotechnic effects happen immediately, so there'll be no back timing. So he basically paints the sky in a computer. He can even watch it on a simulator, and the computer does the rest with all the back timing. So when new products come into the facility, we take them out, and not only do we evaluate them, but we learn what the firing time should be relative to the unfolding of the material.
So it's definitely changed over the years. It's not where you run down and have to light a wick anymore. It's all.
Well, when I was about 16, I would go with my uncle,
Right.
and we dig the trench, put in the iron pipe, put a couple railroad ties to protect us after we, after we lit the shell. You'd kind of get down on one knee, so if a metal pipe blew up, the shrapnel would go over your head, and he'd load the shells. I'd pull the cap, I'd light it, and go down to that one knee.
So how'd you get a bunch of them to go off at one time back in that day?
Well, they're fused together.
Okay.
So a grand finale, even today, is fused in the same way. Interestingly, back in about 1990, I traveled to China with our plant manager and my father, and we went to about 6 different Chinese firework facilities and taught them how to chain finale like we did, because the demand for fireworks was geometrically increasing, and we couldn't produce grand finales as fast as we needed them. So back then you hit chains of either a flight of 3 or 4 or 100, 200 finale.
Okay. I mean, it's amazing where we've gotten to today, where basically, Mike just gives me a unit, I put it on our system, we hit the button, and it talks to the barges and fires the fireworks.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly. And there's the time machine. It's connected to the satellite, and basically you could push the button and leave and come back an hour later, and the show'd be over. But you need to be there in case different things occur on the barge.
I got you.
Which you hope don't.
Right. Right. 724-774-1888 and 843-1888. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask them about Boom that's coming up, Boom 250 next weekend. We'll get into the details a little bit more right after this.
America is turning 250, and Push Beaver County, Visit Beaver County, and Zambelli International are celebrating with the biggest Beaver County Boom of all time on Saturday, June 27th at 9:45 p.m. Beaver County Boom 250 is presented by Visit Beaver County. Air Heritage's vintage C-47 military airplane, the Luck of the Irish, will fly over along with skydivers, and it will be followed up by the star of the show, Beaver County Boom 250 at 9:45 p.m. All the action takes place over the Ohio River between Monaca and Rochester. Bring your radio along or listen on your smart device to the Falcones Moon Township Ford live broadcast on Beaver County Radio beginning at 6. Title presenter sponsor of Beaver County Boom is Visit Beaver County. Diamond sponsors include Hap Enterprises and The Right Promise. Media partners include Beaver County Radio, the Beaver County Chamber of Commerce, and Simonic Creative, among others. Don't miss Beaver County Boom, Saturday, June 27th.
If you have a graduate in your family and are wondering what to get them, look no further, because a gift that they'll potentially use over their lifetime and cost you virtually nothing is available right now at Friendly Federal Credit Union. This is Cindy Haladio. Open up a graduate account for your aspiring student today. They'll get free checks, a $1,500 Visa credit card with approved credit, a debit card tied to their account, no service fees, and online access, so they'll be able to take care of things no matter where they'll be heading off to college. It's time for you to commence with plans for your graduate.
Also, save the date, Saturday, September 26th. It's the annual Friendly Federal Credit Union meeting and luncheon at the Fez. It starts at 12:30. Stop in for details today.
Visit Friendly Federal Credit Union in Baden or Aliquippa. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Songs You Know and Love by the Eagles and Fleetwood Mac will be performed to perfection at the Beaver Pool House Summer Concert Series this July and August. First comes the World Turning Band, providing its acclaimed Fleetwood Mac live experience July 17 at the outdoor Beaver Pool House stage. Special guest is award-winning singer-songwriter Stephen McClintock. Then on August 15, back by popular demand, Seven Bridges returns with its ultimate Eagles experience, rocking the pool house. 2 nights, 2 legends. See you at the pool. Tickets start at $15 with reserved seats $20. Get your tickets now by calling 724-650-3960. That's 724-650-3960. You also can buy tickets with a QR code from any pool house concert signs you see around Beaver, or email landcpromotions2019@gmail.com.
The views and opinions expressed on WBVP and WMBA are those of the participants and host. They are not necessarily the viewpoint of WBVP and WMBA, its staff, management, and advertisers. Thank you for listening to WBVP and WMBA.
Push Beaver County is presenting Beaver County Boom 250 on June the 27th, and Beaver County Radio is the place to listen for all the coverage. Boone Township Ford will present a live broadcast on Beaver County Radio from the VIP headquarters at Mario's 410 Grill from 6 until the choreographed fireworks and music get underway at 9:45. Take your radio along to listen to the Boone Township Ford broadcast or download our free apps on your mobile device, as Beaver County Radio is your exclusive place to hear the soundtrack for the fireworks. The Boone Township Ford Beaver County Boom broadcast sponsors include the Community College of Beaver County, St. Barnabas Health System, J. Young Refuse, Tom Sipes Demolition, McGee Heating and Air Conditioning, City Rescue Mission, Electric Garage Door Sales, Tri-County McDonald's, I'm loving it, and Beaver County Radio. The Beaver County Boom 250 broadcast is being presented by Boone Township Ford, where friends send friends.
You're driving in the fast lane with Frank Sparks on 99.3 FM and 1230 WBVP. You can also stream live on beavercountyradio.com.
Sky, let the whole town know we're counting down to the Beaver County Boom 250. Saturday, June 27th, the fireworks glow. Hear it
Talking
live
Beaver
on
County
Beaver
Boom this morning
County
here on
Radio.
Beaver County Radio. Dr. George Zambelli, Nate and Mark Kopsack in studio with us this morning talking about what's happening in Boom. So what time does everything all get started on Saturday night, Nate?
Well, I think Monaca kicks off at 3 o'clock. I think this stuff for Boom on the Bridge starts at 3. Tony and their guys will be in here tomorrow to kind of elaborate on all that, but it's early and often. And again, what Mark said, there's stuff going on Friday night in New Brighton with the wine walk, and then even afterwards on Sunday with Hank's Car Cruise with this wonderful radio station. So there's a lot going on, but like I would get here as early and often, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I think the stage starts. The kid zones are on. Our event at Mario's 410 begins at 6 for our sponsors and boom backers. That'll be at 6 p.m. That'll go till the fireworks. So we'll be there with our sponsors and any other guests that we have. This radio station will be there as well. So
yeah, we'll be from 6 to 10. Well, 6 until the fireworks broadcasting. Are there still tickets available if somebody wants to buy them for Mario's?
There's a very limited amount that are available. You can. We have a cache of them at Valley Vintage Motorworks in Monaca, PA. You could stop in there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 10 to 6, or Saturday, 10 to 4. If you're interested in that, or call 724-371-0115.
Okay. What's the cost for a ticket?
They're $75, but that includes parking, all food, all beverages, giveaways, live entertainment, park. I mean, it's the best seat in the house. So it's a great deal. Mario's 410 does it up right. They're fantastic to work with. So
it's close to Boom on the Bridge, so you can just go on over. We shuttling again, having a shuttle again?
Yes,
go
we
over?
do. For our
Okay.
sponsors and those folks that help make this happen, we have a complimentary shuttle for them to go from Mario's 410 to where all the action is on Boone on the Bridge. So we have, I think, a fleet of 2, and they'll be running and gunning all day long.
That event's in close proximity to where we'll be.
It's right around the corner.
It's right around the corner, and now that they announced the Clarks are playing before Dustin Lynch, so there'll be an invasion of Yinzers in Beaver County, which will be a lot of fun. So, that was a new announcement. So we're looking forward to having the Clarks.
Put your headsets on. Dr. Zambelli, put your headset on. All right, we have a caller. Good morning, you're on Beaver County Radio.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hey, I'd like for you to review that again about special parking. Is that for handicapped people or what?
Yeah, I think that's one of the things that Rochester was trying to touch upon and provide parking for those people that want to just go down. They want to enjoy the firework production from their car. They don't, you're just gonna have your own parking spot. I think it's only $10. There's gonna be vendors down there, all kinds of food vendors and things happening. So it's kind of like a drive-in theater type of theme. And I think it's just first come, first serve. And I believe there's only 200 parking spots. So get there early.
And exactly where is that at in Rochester?
So down on the riverfront, when you go across the bridge there down to their riverfront property, there's a big parking lot that they renovated a couple years back. Did a great job, and you're going to be kind of sitting up underneath the Rochester Monaca Bridge. You're going to have fireworks to the left and fireworks to the right. You're going to have the best seat in the house. So for the fundraising for Rochester Recreation, it's and kicking off their fundraising. It's a great donation and a great spot for those that don't want to get out and walk. They just want to get down, drive, park, and watch the show from their car.
And you can call the Rochester Borough office to get any more information on that, because they may be able to pre-sell you a spot. I think they were talking about doing that.
Is that strictly for people with handicap plaques?
No, it's not. It's not. So it's available to all the entire public. But it's So the first 200 who chip in on that and help support their recreation department will have the best parking spots in for the show.
Okay, very nice.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. If you do have any other questions, 724-774-1888 and 843-1888. It is a little after 10:30. It's time for news. Here's Noah Haswell.
Beaver County Radio's news source. 99.3 FM, 1230 WBVP, and BeaverCountyRadio.com. Here's Noah Haswell.
Good morning. On this Thursday, June 18th of 2026, we will have a complete Beaver County radio weather forecast after we take this look at news. Officers from the Aliquippa Police Department were dispatched to the 300 block of Linmar Terrace for reports of shots fired at approximately 12 a.m. today. Officers detained 36-year-old Nicole Rose of Monaca Borough, who was identified as a potential suspect, and it was determined through an investigation that Rose discharged her firearm into the ground after a physical altercation. There were no reported injuries. Charges are pending against Rose, and she was subsequently taken into custody. The Pennsylvania State Police Beaver Barracks are assuming the investigation, and they are continuing to investigate this incident. Anyone with information about it should call 724-773-7400. State Representative Roman Kozak announced today in Chippewa Township that Beaver County will receive more than $824,000 in impact fees from the natural gas industry. The municipalities in the 14th Legislative District will also receive an additional $634,000. Impact fees are levied in addition to the regular business taxes that are paid by every corporation in Pennsylvania. A Mass and dinner were held yesterday at St. Monica Catholic Church in Beaver Falls to celebrate the 35th anniversary of the St. Joseph Perpetual Adoration Chapel, the only one of its kind in Beaver County. This chapel was started on June 2, 1991 in New Brighton and was made to adore the real presence of Jesus Christ. It eventually moved to the present site of St. Monica Catholic Church in 2013. Adorers and their families shared memories at the dinner, and the adorers brought dishes to celebrate. All of the participants also received tickets for door prizes at the dinner, which were also given out to several winners. Allegheny Health Network's Allegheny General Hospital announced today in Pittsburgh the completion of a $19 million renovation and expansion of its cardiac catheterization and electrophysiology labs, along with upgraded pre- and post-operative holding rooms and a centralized registration area within the AHN Cardiovascular Institute. These new facilities mark the latest milestone for the hospital's Mario Lemieux Center for Heart Rhythm Care, which was established in 2024 in partnership with the Mario Lemieux Foundation and Highmark Health. PennDOT District 11 announced that gas line installation work on Route 18 in New Beaver Borough in Lawrence County will begin on Monday, June 22nd, weather permitting. From 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. weekdays through Friday, June 26th, single-lane alternating traffic will occur on Route 18 at the intersection with Newport Road. Gas line installation work for Columbia will be conducted by crews from Team Fishel. And Pennsylvania lottery officials confirmed that a Match 6 lotto ticket sold at the Sheets on Erman Road in Cranberry won a jackpot of $1.27 million. The store earned a bonus of $10,000 for selling the winning ticket. The ticket correctly matched all 6 winning numbers in Tuesday's drawing, and the numbers were 2, 8, 10, 25, 42, and 48. The winning ticket should be immediately signed on the back.
Here's the Beaver County forecast.
It's going to be very breezy today with wind gusts over 30 miles per hour, and we could see scattered showers through mid-morning. Otherwise, it'll gradually become sunny with highs of 81 and overnight lows of 57. And tomorrow, the gusty winds are going to continue, but we will see lots of sunshine. Expect highs in the mid-70s and lows of 58. I'm Lisa Marie with your Beaver County weather.
On this Thursday, June 18th of 2026 at 37 minutes after 10, we've got a temperature of 78 degrees with partly cloudy skies out there currently in Beaver County. And that's a look at the news for now. I'm Noah Haswell on 99.3 FM, AM 1230 WBVP, 95.7 FM, and 1460 AM WMBA. Also streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
Talking Beaver County Boom. It's hard to believe it's already this time of year, but excited. It's America 250, and it is going to be one heck of a celebration. Coming up, 11 o'clock, it's the Best of Beaver County. Joe Dalton is this week's Best of Beaver County. And now, Nate, I'll let you introduce him. Joining us now in studio is a good friend of ours, and he's going to be responsible for part of what occurs next Saturday night as well.
You know, when we first started this 16 years ago now, I always wanted to get Air Heritage involved and see if they could do a flyover for us. And didn't know really how to contact him but through this radio station, believe it or not, with Frank, he's like, I know Tom, let's see if we can do this. And years ago we started a wonderful partnership with this with Air Heritage and this project of having them fly over their beautiful planes that they have on display up there. They're still in action, and so we have in the studio with us, joining us is Tom Gregaro with that organization. And believe me when I tell you, Beaver County Boom is thrilled to partner with this wonderful organization. If you have not gone to their museum, I implore you to go do so. It is a very interesting place to see old, historical things, and kids and elderly alike would enjoy it. So it's a real gem, isn't it, Tom?
Thank you very much. What a wonderful introduction. Thank you. And I will tell you, I am thrilled to be sitting in this room with 4 of Beaver County's maybe biggest supporters. And on behalf of Air Heritage Aviation Museum, really thank you for letting us be involved in this wonderful event. This, in my opinion, this is like the premier event of the year in Beaver County. I don't think, I was involved with the Beaver Falls Car Cruise for a lot of years, big event, 10, 12,000 people, Frank, 2,000 cars. This is the biggest, of course, Dr. Zambelli, what you add to this helps a lot make it the biggest. But Air Heritage Aviation Museum, we're thrilled to be a part of this. Again, I do look at it that way, as being partners with Beaver County Boom. It's a real joy for us to have our C-47, Luck of the Irish, will be flying overhead over the confluence there. I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 loops. And so we set it up so that no matter what river town you're in around there, because the plane can't really make a 180-degree turn in 10 feet, So they'll be coming, I think, up the Ohio River, and then they'll kind of bank left and go up the Beaver River, go up that ways, turn around a ways, come down, come back out, then go further up, up past Rochester and towards Baden and stuff, do another loop around. So people on both sides of both rivers should be able to get a beautiful shot at it. And I'm not sure, Frank, will I be explaining explaining what the plane is that's flying? Well,
I don't know,
if it's okay with you all, I mean,
Absolutely.
why break tradition?
Yeah. It's really a magnificent plane, as you all know, and we appreciate everybody in the room's support for our Heritage Aviation Museum. But this is an original World War II C-47 cargo plane. It actually went into service in Europe on September 30th, 1944. Made 2 documented drops at the Battle of the Bulge, took ground fire. Little side note, there's kind of a connection there. My wife Judith, her dad was at the Battle of the Bulge. We often wonder, did that plane drop supplies to her dad? You just you can never know. He passed away a long time ago and stuff. So really, it's a famed airplane. Just for definition, you'll see a lot of airplanes that look like that. Okay, and what happened, of course, when World War II broke out, when Pearl Harbor was bombed, before that, America didn't have any intention of getting in the war, so we weren't really ready militarily. So when that happened, of course, the next day we got involved in the war, declared war, and so the government told all the airlines they were flying a plane that looked exactly like that C-47. They were called DC-3s, and they were passenger planes for TWA, Pan Am, everybody had them. And they said, paint them green, and we're going to use them as cargo. Now, the problem was they just had a passenger door, right? So those DC-3s were converted to look like a C-47. Ours was actually built originally as a C-47, has a big cargo door on it, reinforced floors so you could have Jeeps and stuff like that in there. So, yeah, we'll be flying overhead, many, many loops around the area. It's always it's one of the best shots, in my opinion. Most people that aren't on the plane or whatever, you can come out to Beaver County Airport and see us take off, or if we're at an air show, you could see us kind of landing, right? But it's a very unique shot when you do this kind of a flyover, because you get to see the plane banking in different ways, and it's really different shots. I think tentatively we're scheduled to be there, around 7 o'clock, right? So, and we have actually a ground radio where I can talk to them. And I'll be down there if that's okay with you guys at Mario's. I mean, if something would happen that you need us 10 minutes earlier, 10 minutes later or something, we're very, very flexible. But it's an honor for us to participate in this huge event. Thank you all so very much for letting us participate.
Excellent.
All right. Well, also, we'll have the C-47 flying over, which is a beautiful plane and everybody likes to ride in. Are we going to have people that don't like to ride in planes jumping out of them again this year?
Oh, yeah. So in Studio SMC, Keith Colmarino and their family sponsors through, I think it's PA Skydive. I want to get that right. They'll be jumping out of a perfectly good airplane at 8 o'clock again.
They do some maneuvers,
but there's going to be a wrinkle. Like I said earlier in the show, there's going to be another wrinkle in this one because they're all jumping at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to be doing some things in the air. So make sure your eyes are going to be up looking at the C-47, and then continue to look up for the skydivers. They're all going to be doing some things in the air for you all the spectators. And then, of course, at 9:45, Z here is going to we're gonna blow the roof
Light
off
up the
of Beaver County. So there's a lot to look at in the sky, and there's a lot of excitement. Not to mention all the other musical activities and all the things going on. It really is a Super Bowl for Beaver County, and it's just a great event to get involved and get down to the river and enjoy your community.
If you haven't invited your neighbors that are out of town yet, you should go ahead and do that. They have a week to get here. So yeah.
All right, Dr. Zambelli. What's your thoughts whenever this all started? 16 times ago, because I think we skipped a year right for COVID. So, but 16 times ago when this started, what was your thoughts when they came to you and you guys all got together and decided we were going to do this? Is this what you envisioned? What's happening now?
Well, that was back in, I think, Jockey Silks in Louisville, Kentucky, when we were there for Thunder over Louisville, and Don Wysick was on his iPad and said that the show in Ambridge is canceled for this 4th of July. And the Kopsacks and Don, and I guess I was somewhat involved, said, hey, why don't we do something in Beaver County? Beaver County Boom name was created. And
right there.
The Kopsacks and Don went back to Beaver County and talked to some other businesses and put it together. And even back then, they said, we're going to grow this every year. And they envisioned a show like we're producing for them this June 27th. And it's come to fruition. And hopefully with continued support, maybe to even get bigger.
Yeah. So, Nate and Mark, how did you guys ever hook up with Don Wysick?
I think we just found each other, and it was just through some mutual friends, and it was what took place over the course of maybe a month ended up being like we were lifelong friends. It was one of those mentor relationships that we had, and he kind of took us under our wing when we were kind of new to the area and introduced us to so many people. He just introduced us to so many business clients and people that have helped us in our various businesses over the years. And then he was part of the, definitely a big part of the reason why we formed Push Beaver County back in 2004. So, gosh, it seems like such a long time, 2004, but it, 22 years ago. And we just, a group of volunteers just got together and said, hey, let's do some great big things in Beaver County. Let's volunteer our time and give back. And it's taken some turns and it's taken some fun routes. And we like to do great big things. And we can prove that if we bring all people together and we coalesce together, this county can literally, if we can do this kind of fireworks show, Beaver County is capable of doing absolutely anything. So the firework vehicle is just is a vehicle to pull people together, and it is free to the public, and it's brought to you by your business communities, your municipalities, and your county, and so many wonderful volunteers that make it happen. So it's humbling.
And Nate, you guys can't do this without sponsorship and without the people of Beaver County helping us. Tell us some of the sponsors.
The thing that warms my heart about this whole project is it's not just one corporation coming in and saying, hey, we'll stroke the check. It's over 100 sponsors, and it involves businesses, nonprofits, municipalities, and then the early responders, the Coast Guard, all these people that need to be involved to make sure everyone's safe, all those things. But of course, when we pitched this idea 16 years ago to the county commissioners, which was Dan Camp and Tony Amadio and Joe Spanik at the time.
Charlie Camp.
Charlie Camp, excuse me. Charlie Camp at the time. We said we wanted to create an economic impact in this community, to bring people in and show people what our rivers are all about and how we can do something big if we all pull this together. So they saw our vision, and we've just continued to on that same theme every year after year, try to make this bigger and bigger and bigger. And this year will be a crescendo. It is our biggest show. We've been amping up for America 250 for quite a few years. We're all the chips are in. We're all in on this one. So, again, we can't do it without the county. Visit Beaver County. You'll talk to them tomorrow. Tony called Terry and their team. They've huge supporters, of course, the county commissioners, and then our nonprofits like HAP Enterprise and the Right Promise, great nonprofits that help are on the ground doing great big things every day. Beaver County Corporation for Economic Development, Borough of Monaca, Clearview Federal Credit Union, Flick Financial, Davis Foundation, Lindy Paving, Vistra, and our media partners like this great radio station, Beaver County Radio, the Beaver County Chamber of Commerce, awesome in helping to get out our message, our word. Great partners. This radio station's been our partner since day one, and we can't do it without you.
Yeah, we appreciate being part of it and love it. And as long as I'm sitting in this seat, we'll continue to be a part of it. We love the whole thing, and it's a blast. It's a good time. Dr. Zambelli, is this one of the biggest shows you'll put on all year?
It certainly is one of the biggest. We do Thunder over Louisville. There's a big show in Detroit that USA Today claims is the #2 show in the country. But this is right up there with them.
And they claim number one's best as Beaver County Boom's #1, right? That's what they say, right?
Beaver County Boom is, for the population, is definitely #1. Yeah. And, the show in Louisville, we were all there, the Kopsacks and I, and we put some new pyrotechnic effects in that show, and we're actually bringing them here to Beaver County. Okay. And prior to that show, we did test firing on the Monaca Rochester Bridge. And
how often have you done
test fired that night will be shot here again.
How often have you done something on a bridge like this? Is this the first time or?
Oh, no. Not many times.
Okay.
In Louisville, we do it annually. But this will probably be second to that bridge display across the whole United States.
So what's the difference between on the bridge and in the air?
Well, there's different pyrotechnic effects that you shoot off the bridge, and there'll be a surprise this year.
Yeah, we don't want you to give away your secrets.
No, right. Big surprise. You got to be here to believe it.
Okay.
It's going to be amazing, and there's no doubt about it that this is the kickoff America 250 display in definitely the tri-state area. It's going to be big.
All right, that's awesome. Anything else you guys want to throw out there? You guys will be back on Tuesday again. We'll talk more about it. Anything else you want to throw out there before we head off this morning?
No, I think the Visit Beaver County will have some of the stuff going on as far as all the concerts and whatnot. We do get a lot of people asking us about it, and they're the experts. We like to think we're like a partner. We're a partner with them. We do the fireworks, and we can answer any question about that as far as like vendors and those kinds of things. Those should be directed towards the boroughs and Visit Beaver County. But
we're in charge of the finale for the county.
Yeah.
They bring so much extra stuff and fun programming for that weekend. So they'll be able to answer those questions way better than Push Beaver County could.
But we take we take it seriously about our fireworks. So like I said, if you miss this one, shame on you for 1,000 years.
All right, and go ahead.
This display is a hometown display for Zambelli fireworks. So we put a lot more into it, and it's going to be big. It's going to be spectacular, and hopefully everyone will have the availability of getting there.
Absolutely. So, Tom, come here, man. I'm going to need your help. So normally, Dr. Zambelli, you're the one that hands it out, but we're going to – what size are you, large or extra large?
Me?
Yeah.
Extra large.
Extra large, all right. So you usually hook us up with the swag. We're going to hook you up with some. Can you give that to him? We're going to hook you up with some swag. Tom doesn't even have his shirt.
There you go.
We're going to hook
sir.
you up with some swag to be wearing. So hopefully we'll see you out somewhere rocking a Beaver County Radio T-shirt. Mark and Nate already have one. So, but we wanted to make sure you got one too. So
beautiful.
Cool. We appreciate everything you do, and we love watching these fireworks displays each and every year. And I love seeing it get bigger and better. So, how can people get more information if they want more information?
Well, they could tune into, obviously, visit Beaver County, their website, their social media. Follow Beaver County Boom on Facebook and Instagram. You can get all the information. We accentuate all of our sponsors. We are very thankful. It does take a huge group effort.
Massive team.
It's a team effort to pull all this off, and even down to the $250 sponsors of the people that come and buy tickets to the VIP event for $75. Every bit helps make this happen, and we can't do it without everyone. And that's the beauty of this event. It's not one corporation. It's all of us pulling on that line together, and we're very thankful for that.
Dr. Zambelli, you want to throw a little pitch out for your day job you do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm a cataract specialist by day, and certainly a number of my patients have asked me personally to thank you for giving them the information relative to us increasing the parking lot and opening up Zambelli Way, as the Kopsacks would call it.
I love it. I love it.
That's great.
And it's been very helpful for you to do that, and we appreciate it.
Well, we're glad we could help. So we'll see. Looking forward to seeing Beaver County Boom on the 27th, and looking forward to seeing what kind of surprises you guys got for us this year.
Tune in on Tuesday when we come back. We'll have something else for you.
Okay. All
And
right.
we're going to let you push the button to initiate the.
You know what happened the
display.
last time I did that? Remember the year, I think it was raining in the year that the wire got disconnected or something? Yeah, that's what happened last time. You sure you want me doing it?
We'll have you duct tape so you don't push it too early.
All right. They'll be back. Coming up next, it's the Best Beaver County. Joe Dalton is our Best Beaver County this week here on Beaver County Radio. Thanks, guys, for coming in this morning.
Thanks, Frank.
Thank you.
Love to replace Barry at Wood Brothers. I'm Susie Armstrong. The story next on NASCAR Today.